Hello and welcome. This week we are covering Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, because it's been a while since I've covered a Metal Gear Solid game. The Phantom Pain came out on September 1st, 2015. I distinctly remember this because I was actually giving it to customers that night. I love retail. It follows Big Boss, or the punished Venom Snake, in 1984 because you don't pay attention to the year when you're playing a Metal Gear Solid game. And it has been so far received very well. It's so new that I can't tell you what the sales are yet, but it's got a 94% according to Metacritic, so I think it's doing fairly well. And I know it's also hot on Steam. It's in their top list of games. If you stay out in the field too long, when you come back to base, you'll be greeted with people, welcome back, because you stink. In fact, they'll be gagging and being revolted by your smell all the way up until you get to the, end of that, where you get hit with a bucket of water after being informed you stink. Great. So at the start of the game, it'll ask you what your birthday is. And this is because on your birthday, if you play the game, you'll get greeted at base with a gift cigar, a cake, and a party. They'll throw a birthday party for you. Which reminds me, if I ever play this game, I am not playing it on that day. So during the prologue escape scene, you will see on a bulletin board a poster for Kojima Productions. It says join the Fox team, as well as a booth number for 2308, which was one of their booth numbers during 2013. Early in the game, there are safety posters all over the base, and if you walk up to one of them and stand next to it, you'll hear a sound, and then a green box will fall, hit you in the head, knocking you to the ground. There are several of these posters scattered throughout the game, throughout the base, but this will only happen once per session. During Mission 12, Hellbound, or Side Ops 143, you can spot photographs on the side of the iPod, or after it flies away, you can see them on the ground. One of them is a picture of Strangelove holding a 4-year-old Hal Emmerich, or Otacon, Solid Snake's companion through Metal Gear Solids 1, 2, and 4. This is less of an Easter egg and more of a nod to an earlier game, where you can randomly trigger a cutscene at the mother base where Ocelot is teaching a soldier and giving him specific shooting advice, telling him that flair and customization is no place in the battlefield. He also comments about his shooting technique and how he jams his gun. This is a nod to Metal Gear Solid 3, where Naked Snake gives a similar speech to a young Ocelot who was once like that. And Ocelot shoots his gun in a flashy style and ends up jamming his weapon, which ultimately leads Naked Snake to giving him the tip, use a revolver instead. Because, yeah, Ocelot was really flashy and showy with his guns early on. There has been a lot of rumors going around that this will be the last Metal Gear game that Hideo Kojima works on due to the whole restructuring of the company and Kojima Productions and stuff like that, and a huge falling out they had. I've heard some stuff saying, disputing this and saying no, they're going to work together, but at the same point, I've heard a lot saying that they're done. So I'm going to be curious to see how this goes, and we'll find out in the next MGS game if Kojima has a hand in it or not. I really hope he continues to work on them. During a side ops where Ocelot talks about Quiet and her strange photosynthesis, he'll quickly gloss over the fact that he's seen it once before. This is a reference to the end, an elite sniper that you have to fight in Metal Gear Solid 3, who, that whole fight is fun. He's like ancient. Cool little side note, there is a chance that you can kill him early on in a cutscene. This is referring to Metal Gear Solid 3. there's a point in time in which you see them, and if you pull out your sniper rifle and shoot him there, you won't have to fight him later on. So there's a way to unlock a skin that has been in multiple of the games before, the polygonal Metal Gear Solid 1 Solid Snake skin, and that has been in so many of the games. At least the head has. I believe the head was in Metal Gear Solid 4 and 3. Yeah, it's something cool that they've done to kind of nod back to the earlier franchise, well, earlier in the franchise. You can collect posters throughout the game and tape them to the outside of your box. And they will be on the box when you're standing underneath it, and you can pose with these images. Because boxes have just always been an intricate part of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. It's kind of like a running gag. So thank you for sitting through these 10 awesome facts about Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Go ahead and leave a thumbs up if you like this. Comment below if there's any games you'd like to see me cover. Subscribe for more awesome game facts videos, game lore, and all-around gameplay. And until next time, have fun!